I get students telling me all the time, like, my dad thinks it's really funny, I'm in a class called walking.
The walking class is a PE course where just for an hour in the middle of the day, we walk. That's all it is.
Walking seems on the surface like a really silly thing for a college student to have as one of their PE credits.
The idea was really to give students an opportunity to not only just be active, but to understand parts of the campus, the community of Kalamazoo, and think about what it means to travel in space and walk.
It's about not just how to walk. I assume most people know how to walk by this time in their lives, but it's about, why do we walk and where do we walk?
I kind of thought like, okay, we're just gonna have a new route every day, we're just gonna walk it and that's it. But I'm kind of growing to appreciate all the things that I can do while we walk.
I love just setting out on foot and exploring what the rhythm of the town is like, what sort of interesting places I can find.
My other goals are just really to help students expand their bubble of what it means to be able to walk places, to sort of think about, do I always need to drive places in order to get there? So the full title of the class is Walking Mind-Body Community, which sounds very official, I guess, because it has a subtitle.
For the class, we meet twice a week. We meet on Monday and Wednesday.
The class meets from 10 to 11.
I find that I really like building community by sitting everybody in a circle, everybody can see each other. We do names several times at the beginning of class, just again, so people can get to know each other.
We'll answer some kind of question that Sally's brought to the class.
Something difficult but worth it that I've done. I would definitely say fixing my car.
But so yeah, we start with sort of greetings and then we head out. I usually have either a route or at least a destination in mind, and we can improvise on how we get there or get back.
I'm teaching the second section of the walking course.
It might be easier to actually at this point for people who do want to walk back together to let me know.
The natural inclination, especially when they leave the room where we're meeting, for me to be in the lead and kind of start out. But once we kind of feel like we know where we're going, I definitely enjoy sort of falling back and routing back and talking with other people kind of in this big long line of 30 going down the sidewalk. I don't typically have a lot of clear agenda. I know sometimes Professor Sally Reed has directions for students, things to think about, things to reflect upon.
Sally opens it up to the group, like, what does walking mean to you? It's like walking, right? Nobody's a pro. But I don't think she's trying to preach to us about how important walking is. One time she even offered, does anybody want to lead our walk?
I have largely incorporated her approach and her syllabus wholesale.
Sometimes we'll just walk up into the neighborhood past campus. Sometimes we'll go into downtown, we did a loop through downtown one time. Kalamazoo College is well situated in the city of Kalamazoo for walking because it's half mile to downtown. People don't always know that. When I went here, I think it took me till senior year to walk downtown. And so I have that shame of never realizing that I had access to all of these things. We walk through the neighborhood where I live and through that gate that goes from the neighborhood over to Western's campus. It's a wonderful way to get from here to Western's campus without having to go all the way around. And where it lets you out is sort of this magical portal into some trees, but then you go past there and there's that big pond over there. So we walked and we saw some fish and some geese and the flowers are starting to bloom and everything. And as we were walking back, more than half the class said, you know what, I had no idea that we could get to Western that easily or that they had this beautiful pond over there. There's lots of places you can get to by foot from campus. They intend to go back sometime and sit there and study or, just to see the wildlife that, hangs out at that pond. What I love about Kay is every day when I walk to campus and when I walk home or when I walk across campus, I see people I know. And And that's students, that's faculty, that's staff. Some people I've known since I was a student here. I've known them for 20 years. And so even if people don't talk to each other in class, I hope that maybe like if they see each other outside of class, or maybe next year, if they're not graduating, that they might be like, oh yeah, we walked together.
I feel like that's a funny game about Kay. It's like, I see you every day, but when are we gonna like actually acknowledge that we see each other every day? Because we all see everyone every day. I'm like, yeah, I've had painting with you for a couple of classes, but maybe we sit on the other side of the room, we have different sets of friends, but we're stuck here walking for an hour. Like, what the hell? What are you doing for your painting? The 7 paintings, but actually it can be any number.
Yeah.
What we're doing is walking, and so basically anybody's welcome. I've often encouraged other like professors or staff friends to be like, you could come walk with us. And people haven't yet taken me up on it, but they always say it's a good idea, so maybe sometime they will.